Hello and welcome. I'm going to share some English department resources from my school, Lawrence S. Ting School in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. I'm sharing this webpage on Screencast because it is a private webpage limited to email extensions from LSTS, and I'm unable to share the link directly. So I will be scrolling through this website as I narrate. At any time you can stop if you'd like to read more. This website was developed specifically for my school. I find it incredibly useful for new teachers coming into Vietnam to try and help understand the culture of the place that we're living and working in, and also the students we're serving and the relationships that we have with our colleagues and administrative staff at the school. Some important parts of the overview page are the communication part, and just understanding how different cultural values lend to outward expression of communication between individuals. Particularly in naming conventions, this is exactly opposite from what we're used to in a Western type of setting. Vietnamese names are backwards. We have family name first, middle name in the middle, and given name last. Very important for a teacher to understand in order to learn class lists, pronounce names correctly, and build rapport, and of course in submitting marks and understanding who those students are. Traditional health beliefs and practice might play into incorporating 21st century or innovative teaching practices into the classroom, addressing health literacy, identifying similarities and differences, and also bringing political awareness in terms of public health into your instruction. Vietnamese culture and society is heavily rooted in the Confucianist traditional values. The family is the sacred base of Vietnamese society, not the nuclear family, the extended family. Also here we deal with the concept of face. Initially a very foreign concept to Western individuals who live and work in this culture. However, it is quite present. It transfers between cultures. But the Asian concept of face here is going to dictate a lot of your interaction and relationships with individuals that you live and work with. This webpage also addresses etiquette and customs. I'm going to scroll down to business etiquette and protocol, as this is what equips us to interact in the most appropriate way with our colleagues, counterparts, and administrative staff. What I'd like to point out here are relationships are critical to successful business partnerships. I would argue that relationships are critical to success in any partnership that you experience in Vietnam. There's a very strong spirit of people working together. So whenever you're working with someone, it's very much expected that you acknowledge the work that they're going to do for you, and also assume that they acknowledge the work that they are doing for, or that you are doing for them. And this plays out in social relationships in this concept of harmony between the self and the collective majority. I'm going to scroll up now and go to another subpage in this web page, the Vietnamese student. Very applicable to my specific role in this cultural setting. This page examines different challenges that Vietnamese students may have in understanding the English language, particularly the pronunciation. While some of these pronunciations are evident in all ELLs, regardless of their L1, Vietnamese students are going to have particular difficulty with adding syllables to the end of words and hard consonants and consonant blends. This is also going to outline some etiquette in the classroom. Vietnam is famous for their respective education and their high priority that the society places on education, which is going to result in a much different dynamic than you would expect in the classroom. Moving on, this can manifest itself in some shocking teacher behavior. For example, being more casual or lax, being less strict in your demeanor or your affectation towards students, which can result in student interpretation of you not having as much authority or knowledge in the subject as they would expect. I'm going to touch on many of these concepts in my personal reflection of cultural understanding.